great faith in the power of women who will dedicate themselves wholeheartedly to the task of remaking our society. I believe that the women of this nation and of the world are the best and last hope for a world of peace and brotherhood.
There was a time when women social activists asked men to stand up for their rights. But this time, we will do it by ourselves.
When everyone is for she, we're greater than the sum of our parts. That's not magic. That's a movement, and it's unstoppable.
We are at crossroads. The future needs a meaningful intergenerational engagement. All races, genders, and people of different abilities, so that everywhere in the world, a 10-year-old girl in 2020 will be a thriving young woman in 2030.
Today across the globe, women and also men from all walks of life are finding the courage to say loudly and firmly in 1,000 languages, no more. If I might thus speak to girls and women everywhere, I would issue them this simple invitation. My sisters, my daughters, my friends, find your voice.
Hello and a very good afternoon from London. I am Tim Wilcox. An absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the Athena40 recognition ceremony organised by Global Thinkers Forum and supported by the Evening Standard. Now, in normal times, of course, we would have celebrated in person in April 2020 in London. The global pandemic has prevented us from doing so, and instead we've got a fantastic virtual event for you. I'm excited to present the Athena40 e-Gala, celebrating the innovative work of exceptional women from around the world. Here is what Athena40 is about.
Welcome to Athena40. Athena40 is a family of initiatives that promote female leadership and invite all leaders to embrace visionary and innovative thinking. By innovative thinking, we mean being open, curious, and solutions-focused. Athena40 works closely with some of the most dynamic and innovative minds across all industries in order to promote gender diversity, inclusion, and bring more women into decision-making roles. We commit to enabling women to contribute to our economies. We believe that compassion and understanding are necessary values for our societies. We promote partnerships and ideas exchange among women, and of course, we include men in all conversations. We fight cliches and tribalism. We propose collaboration instead of segregation. We ignore labels and stereotypes. We recognize the value of diversity as a fantastic source of talent and knowledge. We stand for freedom of thought and expression. Our language speaks the truth. We stand for values-based decision-making, and we fight polarization. We are broad-minded and inclusive. We believe in meaningful networking and the need to keep lifting each other up. We mentor, inspire, and motivate other women of all ages and backgrounds, helping them discover their own potential. We share and learn from each other's stories. Athena40 welcomes everyone who wishes to be part of our mission and initiatives, an international community of vision, an ongoing global conversation, a movement for compassionate, innovative, future-proof leadership. Join us.
I'm delighted now to introduce the founder of Global Thinkers Forum and Athena40 for a brief message.
Thank you, Tim. Hello and welcome to the Athena40 Gala. I am Elizabeth Filippouli, founder of Global Thinkers Forum, the organization that launched Athena40 in March 2018. Our societies need more women's voices around the table, in media, in science, in business, in government. Diversity and inclusion are imperatives, yes, but further to that, a world in crisis needs all hands on deck. To that effect, we launched Athena40 as a platform for women to discover their leadership potential and learn from each other. The idea was born in conversations with some extraordinary women activists, among them the leading Arab feminist Nawal El-Saadawi, acclaimed author Elif Shafak, and pioneering African leader Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So, in April 2020, we would have hosted in person in London our Athena40 Forum and Gala to bring together some of the world's most forward-thinking women. The pandemic did not allow us to be in the same room. But today, virtually, we are acknowledging the achievements of exceptional women from around the world. I wish to congratulate all shortlisted and all finalists and thank our sponsors for their support. I now have the great pleasure to hand over to Doug Wills, Editor Emeritus of the Evening Standard, who has been an amazing supporter of the Athena40 initiatives.
The world has never needed collaboration and partnerships more than it does today. As we move towards the new normal, we need to focus on working together with a mindset that prioritises our universal values. This is what Global Thinkers Forum and Athena40 are about. Athena40 is an initiative that invites everyone to work towards gender diversity, inclusion, access to opportunities for all. Athena40 focuses on supporting opportunities for women to be in decision-making roles. I had the pleasure to be among the panel of judges who voted for the women that we are about to present to you today. I assure you that the wealth of unique stories and tremendous achievements made our voting work very, very difficult. There is an abundance of talent and goodwill in the world. It can be found among trailblazing people of all genders. Let's find it, shine a light, and celebrate it, like we are doing today. Welcome to the Athena40 e-Gala.
Well, what a year it has been. The coronavirus outbreak has changed our world beyond recognition. Through it all, though, women have persevered, even though they have suffered the most under the crisis. Yet, women have demonstrated exemplary leadership. Today, we pay respect to some exceptional women leaders. Let me just explain the process that started 2 years ago. In 2019, Athena40 invited the public to nominate women who are changemakers across various industries and fields of interest. We received 346 nominations from every corner of the world. In 2020, we put together an international independent committee of 58 judges. These experts reviewed all those 346 profiles. They had a hard time shortlisting 120 of them. So today we present the 40 profiles that received the highest number of votes under each Athena40 category. The categories are philanthropy, ethics in business, empowering young girls, positive impact, tech for good, original thinking, collaborative leadership, women-led solutions, gender diversity and equality, and innovative leadership. So let's begin with our first category, women-led philanthropy. And a shout out to women philanthropists who are role models and make this world a better place through their generosity. Let's hear a message now from Victoria Hagman, Market Head, UBS Wealth Management UK International.
My name is Victoria Hagman. I'm Managing Director at UBS Global Wealth Management, and I'm leading the UK International Business out of Switzerland. I'm passionate about women, empowerment, and value-based leadership. Together with our inspiring partner, Athena40, we're here today to acknowledge and celebrate those who did dare, still do, and we want to encourage women to be more confident. For example, women like Dame Stephanie Shirley and the other finalists of the Athena40 list are exceptional role models for their generosity, their courage, their confidence. Their courage in innovation, their courage to lead the way, and their courage, in certain cases, also to start a movement. At UBS, with our capabilities and our network, we also believe it is our duty to enable our clients to take action. UBS has a long history in philanthropy, especially through the UBS Optimus Foundation. And we are happy to share our learnings and our insights with clients who want to execute on their vision. But today, we're here to celebrate. We are here to celebrate exceptional women who have huge dreams and the courage to make it happen. I'm sure we will all be inspired.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Women-Led Philanthropy are: Busy Adelaide Fayemi is a passionate advocate for the rights of women and girls. As the First Lady of Ekiti State in Nigeria, she campaigns tirelessly against gender-based violence, female genital mutilation, and the exploitation of children, whilst consistently making the case for women in decision-making positions. Melinda Gates is the co-chair and founder of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The primary goals of the foundation are to enhance healthcare and reduce extreme poverty across the globe. In 2020, the foundation committed $1.75 billion to the COVID-19 pandemic response. Dame Stephanie Shirley is among the most successful tech entrepreneurs in the UK. In the 1960s, she founded a pioneering all-women software company, which was ultimately valued at $3 billion, making millionaires of 70 of her team members. She has been dedicating her life's efforts and energy to philanthropy. Oprah Winfrey is best known for being the host of her own TV program, The Oprah Winfrey Show. She is often hailed as the most influential woman in the world. Oprah was born into poverty in Mississippi to a teenage single mother, and in 2005, Business Week named Winfrey the greatest black philanthropist in American history.
An inspiring role model, hugely inspiring role model, Dame Stephanie Shirley sent us this message.
My Athena40 recognition is extra special in recognising my achievements as a woman. I care about women and our role in society generally. I'm tired of men always being in the default position. And I'm well aware that Black, minority ethnic and Latino women are subject to additional stresses. As a humanist, I'm convinced that every single person can make a positive difference in the world. So it's good for both women and men to not just be aware of women's achievements, but also acknowledge and applaud them. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Dame Shirley, for being an incredible trailblazer. Our second category is ethics in business. We are recognising women business leaders who lead companies that are purposeful and socially responsible. They prioritise stakeholders rather than shareholders. Let's watch a message by the chairman of the British Chamber of Commerce in Turkey, Chris Gaunt.
Ethics in business is very much to do with value, and there's certainly a value in having ethics in business. Investors are now looking for organizations that do embrace ethics and ethics in leadership, ethics when it comes to the environment, ethics when it comes to global sustainability.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Ethics in Business are: Anousheh Ansari is the CEO of XPRIZE. In 2006, she embarked on an 11-day space expedition, becoming the first female private space explorer, the first astronaut of Iranian descent, and the first Muslim woman in space. Kesha Cash is the founder of the Impact America Fund and is passionate about helping the next generation of founders navigate the challenges that inevitably arise when building a business. She was recently named one of Fast Company's 100 most creative people in business. Audette Excel is a New Zealand-born businesswoman and philanthropist, best known for being the founder and chair of the Adara Group. The Adara Group focuses on improving health and education for people living in poverty in Uganda and Nepal. Karen Walker is a New Zealand fashion designer who is committed to responsible, ethical sourcing. She launched her eponymous fashion label in the late 1980s. In 2014, she was made a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to fashion design.
Let's listen now to a message from the Lebanese journalist, author and women's rights activist Rula Douglas.
Athena40 is a wonderful, very relevant initiative. By celebrating the work of 40 brilliant women, Athena40 not only honored their accomplishments, it also underscored the paramount role played by women all over the world. The issues the world is facing today require leaders with diverse skills and innovation, leaders who can offer different perspectives and effective solutions. And this will only come with diverse players.
Our third category is empowering young girls. Incredibly important, of course, to inspire and motivate girls from a young age to help them build their self-confidence and think big. We acknowledge the work of women who empower girls through mentoring, education or other initiatives. Leonor Stepic, CEO of the Montessori Group and GTF Advisory Board member, has recorded this message for us.
Athena40's strategy for empowering young women is more vital today than ever. If things are going to change following the pandemic, we need all of our young people, male and female, to have voices and feel that they can take part in that change. The Athena40 honorees are important role models in allowing this to happen. They will support our young girls and will guide the way to the change that is needed.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Empowering Young Girls are Dr. Senait Fiseha is a Director of International Programs at the Susan Buffett Foundation, a charity that invests in reproductive health and family planning grants. Fiseha is also a renowned Ethiopian advocate for women's reproductive and maternal health and a Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the University of Michigan. Meena Mangal was a prominent Afghan journalist, a political advisor, and women's rights activist. She became known as a feminist and an advocate for women's rights in Afghanistan, particularly with regard to education and employment. Mangal was murdered in 2019. Michelle Obama has emerged as one of the most iconic and compelling women of our era. As First Lady of the United States of America, the first African American to serve in that role, she established herself as a powerful advocate for women and girls in the US and around the world. Malala Yousafzai is a Pakistani activist known for her human rights advocacy, especially the right to education for women and children. In 2012, while on a bus home from an exam, she was among 3 girls who were shot by a Taliban gunman. In 2014, she became the youngest Nobel Prize laureate in history.
Well, we're now going to go to Rwanda to listen to Dr. Senait Fiseha's message.
Hello, I'm incredibly grateful for the support and recognition. Thank you so much for this. It's truly an honor to be recognized as a role model for young girls, something that I take very seriously, and especially to be in the company of such an inspiring group of women. As a mother, I know how important it is to me that my children, especially my daughter, have role models as they grow up. Representation truly matters. Seeing someone who looks like you achieving big, bold things can change the course of your life and help you believe in yourself to reach your own dreams. I also know firsthand that having trusted, generous mentors who believe in you, even when you struggle to believe in yourself, can change the course of your life. So I want to first thank my father for raising my sisters and I to believe strongly in ourselves and never to listen to anyone who told us we were inferior to anyone in any possible way. I also want to thank my beautiful family for supporting me in what I do every day. There are so many other people I wish I had time to thank, for we don't arrive at where we are unless we have a community of people rooting for us. Thank you very much, Athena40, the Global Thinkers Forum, and to all of you who nominated me for this award.
Thank you, Dr. Senait. As you have said, we need role models and mentors. Our fourth category is positive impact. We celebrate women whose tireless efforts create real impact that significantly changes their societies in positive ways. Geraldine Sharp-Newton is sending this message.
Hello, everyone. Gosh, I wish we were together in the same room, but that's not possible right now. However, technology is bringing us together in ways we would never have imagined as we welcomed in a new century. We are more connected face to face than ever before. Only our time zones separate us. Is it too early or too late? It does not matter. Someone is always out there. Our world is full of contradictions and paradoxes where the contrasts are getting sharper, the grays are multiplying, and change is accelerating at a pace hard to follow. We women, wherever we are, we continue to make a difference. However, it's tough out there, but we persevere, we adapt. That's how we progress. My gosh, haven't we all had to learn and adjust to a whole new range of skills? Being flexible, able to accommodate. Change is crucial. We've learned, we've done our homework. We understand the room, the characters in it. We are smart. We are good listeners. We have a sense of humor. We know our objectives, our targets. It's like playing a game of chess, one careful move at a time, until you can say, checkmate, just to yourself. Never forget the rest of the team. The women we are honoring are change makers. What they have accomplished impacts on society, and for that we treasure them and salute their achievements. And yet, some say we are the loneliest and most disillusioned society ever. I hope not. I think not. But then, I am a perpetual optimist. What we need now is more of us, who are committed to making positive change happen, who dedicate their efforts and lives to improve things for the wider good. I'm reminded of Michelle Obama's words in 2012 at the Democratic Convention. When you've worked hard and done well and walked through that doorway of opportunity, you do not slam it shut behind you. This is how I describe the women whose work we salute under the positive change category. Kudos to all of them, and a huge thanks for being beacons of inspiration. Thank you all.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Positive Impact are Aya Agabi was the founder of the Accessible Jordan Initiative. She believed that human mobility was a right for all and would lead to a more equitable and inclusive society. Aya passed away at the very young age of 28, but has left behind a legacy of a changed physical infrastructure in Jordan. Her Excellency Sheikha Jawahar Al-Qasimi is the First Lady of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. She is also a humanitarian and social activist who was appointed as UNHCR's first eminent advocate in May 2013. In this role, she helps to increase public awareness about refugees and the work of UNHCR, with a focus on children. Angelina Jolie is an American actress, filmmaker and humanitarian. She was named a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador in Geneva on August 27, 2001. She has been cited as one of the most influential and powerful people in the American entertainment industry. Shainur Koja is a global changemaker and serial entrepreneur. As the founder and CEO of the Better Business Enterprise, she drives impact through designing innovative, sustainable solutions in emerging and developed markets to address the needs of base-of-the-pyramid populations.
Right, let's listen to two more messages now from the mother of Aya Agabi, Mrs. Hakim Kusos, and then Shainur Koja.
First, allow me to thank Athena40 for this amazing honor. It means a lot to us to honor our beloved Aya. We are so thrilled and happy to have this honor. Aya had a car accident in 2009 that put her in a wheelchair. After finishing her studies from UC Berkeley, she found it very hard to adjust to life in Jordan. This inspired her to start Accessible Jordan as a website and company to enable people with disability, older people, moms with strollers, to live, to make their life easier. In 2019, Aya passed away, and we feel that we are obliged to fulfill her dream, big vision and passion to make sure that Jordan will be accessible and inclusive for everybody. Aya loved Jordan and she wanted everybody to see how beautiful it is. So hopefully with having Jordan accessible, it will allow more tourists, visitors to come and visit Jordan. Thank you for this amazing honor.
My congratulations go out to all the other honorees. I am very humbled to be amongst such an esteemed group of achievers. The work that you do is critically important in changing mindsets and raising awareness. And if your celebration of all our successes does one thing, which is ignite a spark in the hearts and minds of other women to go out and rise to serve to the best of their ability, then we will have achieved a very noble mission indeed.
Aya Agabi was an amazing young woman who really laid the foundations to make mobility easier for people with disabilities in Jordan. She is sorely missed by her family, friends, and her homeland. Our fifth category is Tech for Good. We pay our respects to women who harness technology for social benefit and take their countries to the next era. A message now from Doug Wills, Editor Emeritus of the Evening Standard.
Our world is full of divisions: the age divide, the skills divide, the divide between rural and urban populations. COVID has made existing divides even greater. Athena40 believes that technology has huge potential to heal divides and bring people closer to each other and also closer to opportunities. Today, we recognise the work of individuals who harness technology for public good.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Tech for Good are: Francesca Brea is the Chief Technology and Digital Innovation Officer for the City of Barcelona. Under her leadership, the city has created Decidim, a digital participatory platform through which citizens can suggest, debate, and vote on ideas through social media. Sophie Lode is the former Minister for Public Innovation in Denmark. Her country was recently ranked first in a UN survey on digital government. Under Sophie's leadership, the department led a massive reform of Denmark's information and communication technology systems. Nena Nwakanma is an expert in e-participation and citizen engagement, one of the early pioneers of the Africa Data Revolution, a respected voice in the UN's Internet Governance Forum, a pioneer and continued advisor on Internet governance in Africa, and faculty at the Schools of Internet Governance. Audrey Tang is Taiwan's digital minister and the first transgender official in the top executive cabinet. She's a software developer and former entrepreneur. She dropped out of school at age 12 to focus on coding and founded a search engine company before she was 15 years old. She's now helping Taiwan in its bid to become an Asian Silicon Valley.
Well, we're now going to go to Asia and then Africa. Audrey Tang and Nena Nwankama are sending us the next messages.
Good local time, everyone. I'm Audrey Tang, Taiwan's Digital Minister. It is my great pleasure and honor to learn that I have been voted among the Athena40 list in the category of Tech for Good. First, I would like to extend my appreciation for Global Thinkers Forum for recognizing what my team have been doing with the people and government of Taiwan for our ongoing commitment to harnessing civic technology for the social good. This is well illustrated by Taiwan's tackling the COVID-19 pandemic, when hundreds of civic technologists participated in the development of, say, the mask availability map applications, providing instant update of availability to all citizens. is an example of positive outcome resulting from collaboration among government agencies, private sector, and social sector platforms. And this digital democracy infrastructure and what I call the people-public-private partnerships have successfully enabled us in Taiwan to counter the pandemic with no lockdown and counter the infodemic with no takedown. Indeed, at a time when internet technology have been used to bring together opinions dispersed throughout society, we are faced with this question: how would we transform these ideas into a motivational driving force for creative policies rather than for polarization? In Taiwan, it is because we deeply embrace democracy, humanity, openness, and freedom of speech that we are able to create such a friendly environment for collective intelligence and for social innovation. Finally, let me share with you my own job description that I wrote as a poem when I assumed my post as digital minister in 2016. When we see the Internet of Things, let's make it an Internet of Beings. When we see virtual reality, let's make it a shared reality. When we see machine learning, let's make it collaborative learning. When we see user experience, let's make it about human experience. And whenever we hear that the singularity is near, let's always remember the plurality is here. Again, thank you so much. I'm delighted that our efforts have been recognized by the Athena40 list. Live long and prosper.
Women? So here, I really think that it is not just important, but it is critical that women recognize other women. Women need other women to lead, and they need to see where other women are leading. Women need other women to inspire them. Women need other women to show them that it is possible. Women need other women to challenge them. Women need other women to make them grow, to tell them hang in there, and to support them on their way forward. And that is why I want to say congratulations to us all at Athena. Long life to Athena40 and the organization, and we'll see you online. Cheers.
Our next category is original thinking. We shine a spotlight on the work of women from media, literature, film, and the arts. Their originality of thinking challenges perspectives. First, a message from Columbia University professor Saskia Sassen.
And the notion of focusing on intelligence, on minds, makes it different, because there are many such initiatives. But this is really different. And I have been one of those who for decades has been fighting for recognizing the intelligence of women. Because women have been put aside in so many situations, they actually have developed a kind of intelligence that is not exactly what the men in whatever the profession has developed.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Original Thinking are: the legendary Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an American lawyer and Associate Justice of the US Supreme Court. She was appointed by President Bill Clinton in 1993, becoming just the second female justice of 5 to be confirmed in the court's history. Jung Chang is an international best-selling author whose books have been translated into more than 40 languages and sold more than 15 million copies worldwide. Her family autobiography, Wild Swans, 3 Daughters of China, has been labelled the most read book about China by the Asian Wall Street Journal. Dr. Joe Handelsman is the director of the Wisconsin Institute for Discovery at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, a Willis Research Professor and Howard Hughes Medical Institute Professor. She previously served as the Associate Director for Science at the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy under President Barack Obama. Elif Shafak is an award-winning British-Turkish novelist and the most widely read female author in Turkey. She writes in both Turkish and English and has published 17 books. Her latest novel, 10 minutes 38 seconds in This Strange World, was shortlisted for the Booker Prize.
Let's listen now to a message by the world-acclaimed author Elif Shafak.
As the late Zygmunt Bauman told us, we all live in a very liquid world. In fact, nothing feels too solid anymore. And if that is the case, if countries can go backwards, if time can go backwards, and if political systems can decline into populism, nationalism, tribalism, isolationism, I sincerely believe this should concern us women much more than men. Because when that happens, when societies go backwards, women have more to lose. And therefore, perhaps this needs to be a crucial moment, not only for global awareness, not only for global activism, but in particular for global feminism and for global sisterhood. There's a lovely quote that is used by Khalil Gibran, the Lebanese thinker, poet Khalil Gibran, that I like a lot. He tells in an interview how he learned the value of silence from talkative people, how he learned kindness from unkind people. And I think that's a wonderful way of thinking, because we have so many negative influences in the world we are living in today. And perhaps we can turn all that negative impact into a positive energy by using Khalil Gibran's methodology. So in a similar way, because there's so much tribalism in the world we're living in today, perhaps from those tribalists, we are going to relearn the indispensability of global solidarity.
Our seventh category is women-led solutions. It's dedicated to women scientists, academics, doctors and social entrepreneurs whose work is pioneering in finding solutions that improve people's lives. Professor Catherine Bolsendahl, Director of the School of Public Policy at the Oregon State University, sent us this message.
Diversity and equality are not nice to have, they are things we must have. We know that more diverse teams outperform less diverse ones. Failure to diversify can lead us to make poor or even unethical decisions. Women as a social category represent a broad swath of experiences and cultures. We must honor and include all of this in order to achieve our goals of improving equality for women and the world.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Women-Led Solutions are: Jennifer Doudna is an American biochemist known for her pioneering work in CRISPR gene editing, for which she was awarded the 2020 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, along with her colleague Emmanuelle Charpentier. Their discovery quickly transformed the landscape of genome engineering. Dr. Garda Kadoda helps women in remote areas use solar power to bring electricity to their villages by training them as community engineers. She's the founder of the Sudanese Knowledge Society, which gives young researchers the opportunity to freely interact with scientists and scholars from inside and outside of the country. Greta Thunberg is a Swedish environmental activist on climate change, whose campaigning has gained international recognition. She's known for her straightforward speaking manner, both in public and to political leaders and assemblies, in which she urges immediate action to address the climate crisis. Nur Deniz Tuncer is a lawyer who has devoted an increasing amount of time and energy to disability rights in Turkey. In her role as president of the Guide Dogs Association, she also works to advance the legal status and standard of living for the visually impaired in the country.
Well, we now travel to Sudan to hear a message from one of the finalists, Dr. Garda Kadoda.
So what kept me going is the story and the chance that I have being a representative of this college, and I can bring support for getting projects in the Sudan. So I get that inspiration from them, the real resilience despite the many odds of conflict and all the kinds of things that come with it. To still work and support their communities and change their lives. So it's an experience that taught me as an academic how really change happens on the ground. But so what? I mean, what these recognitions do? I think they push women forward to achieve more. I mean, your recognition does that to me. I want to live up to it. They change my trajectory to do more things. But in the broader sense, I think they also help to change the perceptions of women's role in making history, which is often reduced in history books. I want to thank you again.
So, on to the 8th category now, gender diversity and equality. We recognise women who advance gender diversity and equality through their projects and advocacy. The next message comes from Michael Economakis, founding member of Athena40.
We need to always remember that there are countries, institutions, communities that they have advanced more than others. It is not coincidental that women have an instrumental role in every single case. We must keep supporting women wherever they are. This is the mission of Athena40.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Gender Diversity and Equality are: in November 2017, Katrín Jakobsdóttir became Iceland's second female Prime Minister. Under her leadership, Iceland became the first country in the world to make it illegal to pay men more than women for the same job, and aims to eradicate the gender pay gap by 2022. Rebecca Lolosoli is the founder and matriarch of the Umoja village in the Samburu County of Kenya. The village is a refuge for women fleeing sexual abuse. Her goal is to curb violence against women and the negative cultural practices that are harmful to women's health, safety and well-being. Sanna Marin is the Prime Minister of Finland and the youngest person to have ever held that position in her country. In the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, Marin's leadership has been widely praised as cool, calm and collected. Doreen Shahnaz is the founder of Impact Investment Exchange. Drawing on a rich career as an investment banker, development worker, researcher, educator and serial social entrepreneur, her work promotes sustainable development and women's empowerment.
A trailblazing woman from Kenya, Rebecca Lolosoli, has created an entire village that is a shelter for women in need.
My name's Rebecca Lolosoli. I created this village where only women are allowed. Funza wasichana wetu wajitambue kwamba hawa ni wanawake hata bila wanaume. Vijana wetu wakifika miaka 18 ambayo hata tunatahiri vijana wetu kwa manyata yetu, wakikuwa wakubwa, wakikuwa warani, wanaweza oa kama ataheshimu sheria. Tulikuwa na shida kubwa sana, haikuwa rahisi sisi kuanzisha hii kijiji. Tulisumbuliwa sana na wazee, tunapigwa, tunafukuzwa tutoke kwa hii land, lakini tulifumulia tu shida yote mpaka saa hii.
A 9th category dedicated to collaborative leadership, women who have had to handle extreme crises and societies in transition, and their work, leadership style or mediation skills promote collaboration and nurture peace. The CEO of Headwaters Relief, Dr. Rebecca Thomley, who is also a founding member of Athena40, sent us this message.
Athena40 elevates the conversation around inclusion, diversity, and equality. You see disparities everywhere. In the work we do in international disaster response and recovery, we've seen firsthand the importance of bringing this conversation to the forefront. We know that women and children are the most vulnerable in disasters. They have the greatest risk to their survival and recovery in the aftermath of a disaster. This can be further aggravated by other elements of discrimination, such as poverty, race, or disability. Inclusion can reduce disaster risk. Women and children should be a central part of disaster risk prevention and resilience programs. Inequality and exclusion is a disaster itself, but it can be reversed.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Collaborative Leadership are: Basma Alawi is a humanitarian, teacher, writer, an engineer and activist who arrived in the United States in 2010 as a refugee from Iraq. She works tirelessly for numerous organisations, helping refugees assimilate to their new lives and advocating for their needs. Jacinda Ardern is a New Zealand politician who, in October 2017, at the age of 37, became the country's youngest Prime Minister in more than 150 years. She's led the country through 3 tumultuous years in which it endured its worst ever terror attack, a deadly volcanic eruption, and a global pandemic. Internationally known as Africa's Iron Lady, Nobel Prize for Peace laureate Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is Africa's first democratically elected female head of state. She's led Liberia through reconciliation and recovery, winning international acclaim for achieving economic, social, and political change. Zahra Langi is a strategist, peace activist, academic, and researcher. She is the co-founder and CEO of the Libyan Women's Platform for Peace, a socio-political movement focused on peace building, inclusivity, and gender equality.
Okay, let's now hear from one of our 4 finalists, humanitarian, teacher, writer, activist Basma Alawi from Iraq.
My journey started in 2010 when I was forced to leave my home Iraq. And through that journey, I started to look for a home. And I insist every single day that we refugees, especially women, have a voice on each table. And through the process, I helped others find home. And that's really what inspires me every single day when I help other refugees find their home. I want also to thank again Athena40 for giving us the platform, for sharing our stories, because that could help other refugees who are just starting to integrate into their new home, learn from our journey, and hope they could be the next or be part of the Athena40 in the coming years. Thank you so much for the recognition.
Our 10th and final category is dedicated to innovative leadership. We are celebrating women leaders whose leadership style is forward-looking, collaborative, and compassionate. A message from Athena40 founder Elizabeth Philippouli.
Women from across different cultures and industries must work together to find solutions for the world's complex problems. In the years ahead, innovative thinking will be key. From Jordan to the UK and from Chile to India, our Athena40 women are leading the way in their countries and industries. They support other women and they change their societies to the better.
The Athena40 finalists under the category Innovative Leadership are Her Majesty Queen Rania Abdullah is an international advocate speaking out on behalf of children and youth for their right to a quality education. In Jordan, Queen Rania spearheads initiatives that focus on raising classroom quality, teaching standards, computer access, family involvement, community investment, and health awareness. Lucy Findlay, MBE, is the founding managing director of social enterprise MARC CIC, the International Social Enterprise Accreditation Authority, responsible for providing a clear standard for the social enterprise sector, both in the UK and overseas. Rocio Fonseca is Innovation Manager at Corfo and the former Executive Director of Startup Chile. Throughout her career, she has contributed heavily to the improvement of Chile's competitive standing through the Industrial Revolution 4.0, and her dream is to turn Chile into a technological innovation hub. Chetna Sinha is an Indian social activist working to empower women in drought-prone areas of rural India by teaching entrepreneurial skills and providing them access to land and other means of production. She's the founder of the Mandeshi Foundation and Bank, which has supported nearly 500,000 women to date.
All the way from India, Chetna Sinha sent us this.
I'm a founder, so it's like a baby. But at the same time, now, the younger generation, we have more than 600,000 women. And now what these women who have taken the leadership, what they are doing is that they are making the government to change the policy. And I think the most important aspect of our organization is that not only build the bank, not only create the millions of women entrepreneurs, but also see that all over the world, they become a role model, but also see that all over the world, these women entrepreneurs can become a role model. So it's absolutely very important because this is a platform where these women business leaders, they become a role model for a younger generation. I really appreciate the Athena40 recognition to me, but it is also so important today that younger women, younger generation, they have an aspiration of entrepreneurship. They have an aspiration of creating the venture capital, creating this business. They want to become business leaders. And with this appreciation and with this award, I'm sure that thousands of young women will also come, because the most important part is that women are not recognized as the men are in the business world. So I consider this award a very special and valuable, because this will give a motivation to so many budding young entrepreneurs to come forward and become a business leader.
Huge congratulations to all of you, the 40 finalists and the 120 shortlisted Athena40 women. Keep up the great work. Keep making this world a better place. A final message now from Elizabeth.
I hope you have been inspired by this virtual celebration that is dedicated to some incredible, innovative women from around the world. One thing that I have learned over 2 decades of working closely with women from all cultures and all ages is that women are the epitome of strength, love, sacrifice, and courage. From women to the world, take it from us that these values can lead our societies towards a new century. Thank you for being with us, and may we meet in person soon.
Athena40 is about sustainability, is about changing this world for the best, for everyone, especially for women and children, first of all. Athena40 is dreaming all together that another world is possible.
Athena40 is about creating opportunities for women and also for nurturing female leadership talent. We really do need to have women more involved in leadership and governance at all levels. Everybody will be a winner. And that's what Athena40 is about.
For me, Athena40 is about promoting female leadership for good, for innovation, for new ideas, and for making the world a better place. Athena40 it's positive and it's inclusive.
Athena40 is about a deep sense of belonging, which gives women opportunities to voice and address both issues and positive situations in a practical, pragmatical, and inspirational way.
Athena40 is about you. It is a gift to us, to women who have carved out a path to be able to reach back and offer you our hand. You are Athena40.